What's up guys, Colin DeWaay here, and I was trying to do the bodyweight squat challenge today, and I did do it, and I did 32 reps, but my camera failed, which really sucks, because I was not about to try doing it again. So, you're going to have to take my word for it. Not a great number anyway, but I did 32 reps, there you have it. So what I thought I'd show you today instead is how I warm up for squats. Now I don't do this every time, but I like to do it as much as possible, especially if I have time like I did today. And one of the problems I've been having lately is I noticed I've had a little bit of butt wink, which if you don't know what that is, you'll see it right here, that lumbar flexion at the bottom. Not really a good thing. I mean, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but it's not the safest thing in the world either. So, something I've been trying to work on getting rid of, so I'm doing some overhead squats here. And when I actually figured something out today, actually, because right there I had a pretty wide stance, which is what I've been using for my squats lately. And I actually noticed later on, if I close my stance a little bit, it actually improved it a little. So you'll see that later. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm warming up still, doing some hip flexor stretches here. I did that first one. This is my absolute favorite hip flexor stretch right here. Love this one. It's a great stretch. If you're not doing it, put it into your arsenal now. Put your back foot up on a stool or a bench or something, and then just lean forward, hold it for 20-30 seconds. You're golden. I do this one all the time. I try to do it every single day because my mobility used to be terrible. I used to not even be able to get close to parallel. I still don't get that deep, but massive improvements from where I used to be. Now, this is my absolute favorite hamstring stretch, one you don't see very often. But you put you go legs straight out, toes straight up in the air, and just lean forward. I should have my back straighter than that, so try to keep your back straight. You'll really feel it wherever you're tight, but it's a really good, generally upper hamstring stretch. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Now I went into a little dynamic stretching here, just kind of warming up, getting the blood flow going, warming up the muscles, trying to get the heart rate up. And then here's where I noticed the improvements. I grabbed the barbell for the overhead squats, closed my stance a little bit, and you'll see a little better. Okay, not perfect, but it's an improvement, and it's something that I'm going to keep working on for sure. Got to keep working this hard. Going to try to go with a narrower stance and see how that feels with the heavier weight. It went pretty well actually today with the bodyweight squat challenge, but obviously that's not heavyweight, so hard to say. And hello, thank you for interrupting. Don't worry about my camera there, bud. No big deal. He noticed though. He got out of the way. It was good. He was cool about it. Now, hamstrings. I want to say something here because my right hamstring has had a lot of injuries in the past and it was really unflexible, and I pause it here because I'm very proud that I'm pretty easily grabbing the toe there. And I used to, when I first started doing this early this year, I couldn't even come within 3 or 4 inches of my foot. So it's been paying off, it's working, flexibility is getting better. It's just something I needed to work on because I had too many injuries in my life because I ignored flexibility for so long. So for all you youngsters out there, do not skip your stretching. Very important. You need to work on your mobility. Same thing here. I used to do this one, couldn't even get close to having the backs of my feet touching the ground. Here they're not quite hitting, but when I go to single at a time, they're actually laying flat. Now when I first started doing this again, wasn't even close, probably 2 or 3 inches off the ground. So big improvements, I'm happy about that. This is how I warm up for squats. It makes a big difference. Any questions at all, please feel free to let me know, and otherwise, I will talk to you later.